What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Welcome to the World Sports Podcast. I'm your boy John, along with my fellas Eddie and Braxton. How y'all doing today, fellas?
Hey man, it's been a great week, man. A great week. I'm feeling amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited to be back here talking with y'all.
Yes, sir, man. We're gonna jump right into it as we always do. Monday Night Football recap and reaction, man. The 49ers put BTA to the Panthers last night. What was y'all reaction from that game?
My reaction, the same reaction I've been having since the beginning. Brock Purdy, and since he's been in the league, he's not a good quarterback. He's just a system quarterback, and that showed. He threw 3 picks in the first half. Like, what are we doing? What are we talking about? He's not a great top 10, top 15 quarterback. He's just a guy that's a pro. Sometimes to get the job done, all you gotta do is get the ball to McCaffrey. That's all he do. That's the offense. Get the ball to C-Mac and get out the way. And I thought they was gonna lose because all the picks, but they couldn't do nothing with McCaffrey, bro. You stop McCaffrey, then you win the game. But I don't got really nothing from that game. It was a boring game in my opinion. It was just turnover. It was ugly. I thought Bryce would have played better, but he played little better in the second half. But I was expecting way more from him, so I was a little disappointed.
Yeah, these games have been boring for sure on Monday nights in prime time. But I will say this, like this was the battle of the ass bowl.
Battle of the ass is crazy.
Battle of the ass bowl because Bryce Young played like trash. Brock Purdy played pretty bad, bro. He played very bad. So I feel like in this situation, it was both quarterbacks not playing very well. And I think I was confused by not by the Rams, the Panthers, because Rico Dowdle had been playing very well here of late, and they haven't been giving him any like they didn't give him as many touches as I feel like he should have had. Then on the other side, like I mean, with the Niners. I mean, they got the job done, but I mean, it's just not impressive. Like for them to be 8-4 now, I'm not impressed, bro.
Yeah, man, that game wasn't, nothing to write home about. Like I said, the primetime games have not delivered this year. I don't know what it is. I don't know. They just haven't delivered. But Bryce Young didn't play good. I told Ed last night I didn't know what that boy was doing. It was on the goal line, bro, and he threw it in traffic with three people, bro. And then it's not like he threw a bullet pass. He lobbed it up there for the man to catch the ball. And then Purdy played bad from the rip. I think he had what, three picks in the first half. And so it was just bad quarterback play all around um last night. And I don't really have much to say about it because the better team won that game. The Niners were just I mean the Panthers were just outmatched from a talent standpoint really. Versus the Niners. So I don't really have much to speak about that. But if y'all don't have nothing else to say, we're gonna move on to the Sunday night football game. The Rams pummel the Bucs 34-7 on Sunday night football, man. What are y'all thoughts? And do y'all feel like the Rams are the best team in the league, or if not the league, the NFC?
Um, I want to go out on a limb and say yes. Their offense is crazy with Puka, Devontae Adams, and Matthew Stafford, future Hall of Famer. He just been playing crazy and just doing his thing this year. And they got McVay over there running the offense, so it's just it's normal at this point. Just hopefully they stay healthy, especially Puka. They stay healthy, then everybody know they're a threat in the league. So I definitely think that the bad thing about them is their defense, and that they don't have a bad defense, so that's scary. So in the playoffs, I definitely think I give them the edge, but you still got the teams like the Lions and the Eagles that they're gonna have to run into at some point and down the line. That I think they can pull it off, and they can be they might be a they might have great odds for the Super Bowl, bro. Honestly, bro, because I don't see nobody really stopping that defense. I mean, stopping the offense. So. I don't know. I think they got a great chance.
Yeah, I think the Rams, they show me like they are definitely a contender for things later down in the season, possibly a Super Bowl. I mean, you look at they loss, like some of their losses, or really one of their losses, they shouldn't have even had to the Eagles. Like if the kick was made, like they would have won the game. So they really should only have probably like one loss. Like that's impressive this far in this to the season. And to the Tampa Bay side, I think we were seeing the beginning of the end here with what's it called? Baker Mayfield being hurt, hurting his arm and stuff, and then Mike Evans been out a couple weeks, and I think we seeing things kind of spiral out of control as far as their position and moving forward in the playoffs. Because even in the division, I mean, the Panthers lost, but they are within reach to kind of like try to take the division. So I think they do have some things to worry about and consider. And if they go on a bad losing skid, then it could mean bad things for them moving forward in the playoffs. So shout out to the Rams, but the Buccaneers definitely have problems.
Yeah. I'm gonna just start with the Rams, man. The Rams look like the best team in the NFC for sure. If not the NFL. Matthew Stafford, like Eddie said, has been playing out his mind. I don't think he's thrown a pick since what, week 3. He only got what, 2 interceptions on the year, and he's thrown. I could be wrong, but I think they say he's thrown 26, some odd crazy number of touchdowns before since his last interception, and that offense is just clicking. Their defense is good. They're young. They run to the ball. Jared Verse is a problem on that defensive line. So I like their chances in the NFC, especially at this moment in time with how everybody else has been playing. With the Eagles and the Lions going to the brink with the Giants. So right now the Rams look like by far the best team in the NFC for sure. As far as the Bucs, I agree with you, Bryce. It looked like they were just running out of gas. Baker got hurt. Mike Evans is hurt. The defense hasn't been playing well. And at the beginning of the season, we looked at the Buccaneers and was like, okay, they look like a team that can make some noise because they were finding ways to win late in these games. And I remember asking y'all, like, do y'all feel like the Bucs can sustain that level of play? Winning those close games and stuff, and it just showing that they're falling off. And so I think it's like Brax said, they run out of gas just a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with you. And they finally, I think this week they get Bucky Irvin back, which don't even matter at this point, especially not. Well, I don't think fantasy purposes, he might help a little bit, but who's to say what he comes in and do? I benched him. I don't got no faith in him, so it's over with for him in my eyes.
All right, man, we moving on to a very highly debated topic among us. Shedeur Sanders gets his first NFL win over the Raiders this past weekend, and he also gets the start for week 4. I mean, week 13. What are y'all thoughts on that?
Hey man, this is what I'm here for this week, yeah. I feel like my cousin was playing out there, man, because a lot of people on this podcast, they always got something to say about Lil Dort, man. Like he finally got his chance and got his opportunity, and he showed out, man. He didn't play lights out, but he played like a rookie quarterback supposed to play. With this amount of pressure, though, it was crazy because everybody eyes was on him. Everybody in mama watching the game on 4:05, man. And he came out there. He said he ain't had no pressure. He said after the game, there's 1 week of practice. So just imagine if he had a whole off season. I've been arguing all week with OGs at the gig with Braxton and John in the group chat with everybody online. I just don't understand the hate. I don't understand it, bro, because everybody wants to see him fail. But what he said? He said a lot of people want to see him fail, but guess what? It ain't gonna happen. What God got for you, nobody can take away. And God got that young man, bro. I'm so proud of him. I just want to continue to just keep this play up, and it's only the beginning, bro. Because he came out there and showed why he the better quarterback, why he should be the starting quarterback of the franchise, and everybody on the sidelines and in the stands could feel the energy. Miles Garrett on the sideline making these faces. This a one throw that he hadn't seen all year. So he came out and showed he had a better arm. He had better control of the team. He had, all this the morale is up now with him. And Stefanski, he in a bad place right now because he don't like Shedeur. He don't want Shedeur to still start. But if he don't, then his job could be on the line. The city of Cleveland, they want him to play, so they forcing his hand right now, and I'm happy to see it. So I'm gonna to continue playing at a high clip, and this is the beginning, man. I'm happy, man. Happy for him.
Oh Lord. See, hey man, I don't have nothing bad to say this week. I will say, I was happy to see him perform that way. Uh I don't think any of the people who are saying those negative things can debate the fact that we wanted to see him play and we wanted to see him do well. Yeah, I think the things surrounding it made the issue with it was as far as fans and the pressure of him starting and what that could mean. But it's just judging what he had on the field, what he did on the field. He definitely had control of the offense, made a couple big plays. Even in some situations, his team was letting him down. Jerry Judy, what are you doing? Like when he caught the pass and started trying to do all the extra stuff, costing the team possessions, like stuff like that can't happen. But as far as what Shedeur did, giving you big playability, giving you that energy that you need from an organization who has been down for years, that's the type of thing that a player like Shedeur can bring to your organization. So shout out to him. And I think him getting the start was only really more so had to do with what it could mean for that team as a whole. I think Stefanski, despite like what Eddie said, despite him may not liking him or whatever, I think he sees what it could do for his team as far as elevation. So I'm just happy for him, and we'll see what happens moving forward because that's the only thing that matters. One game, I want to see it happen continuously.
Yeah, Breck, just to piggy off, what you said about him basically elevating the team. Like you could see that the guys want him as their quarterback. Miles Garrett talked about him in the post game and was just saying like that throw he made to Isaiah Bond. That like it's a lot of quarterbacks in the league who aren't rookies who can't make that throw. So you just could see that his teammates are impressed with him. But as far as like Shador, I mean, I want to see him succeed. Coach Prime. A lot of people hate on them as a family, hate on him because he had Travis Hunter playing both ways. Like the list could go on and on. So I just want to see him succeed because a lot of people are against him. Albeit he did play well in his performance, but albeit it was against the Raiders. So I just got to see how he gonna come out against the 49ers this week and see if he can keep that. He doesn't have to, even if they don't win a game, he just needs to play well. Like, don't make no bonehead mistakes, see him running backwards like we usually see from him. Like he just gotta cut out the negative plays, play on schedule, and just go out there and play well, regardless if they get a win or not.
I'm proud of y'all, bro. I just want to say that. I was not expecting this section to go like this. This was very smooth. I thought we would have a little more of a little bit of different kind of energy, the way y'all was talking about them on Sunday.
Well,
But I'm happy to see this different side of y'all, and y'all supporting Shador, man.
well,
Oh, go ahead, John.
like Bryce said in the group chat, it's not that we don't support him. We just anti-Glaze, bro. We just anti-Glaze. We're not about to say
Yeah, bro, we getting the glaze and the support misconstrued, bro. I'm not glazing no other
yeah,
man,
like I
bro.
told you,
I'm glazing nobody.
everybody gonna change. Everybody gonna say change the word to fit their narrative. You say it's support, we say it's Glaze. I mean, you can support him without going to bathroom every 5 seconds.
Who else gonna do it? Everybody hating on him. Who else gonna do it? You gotta have
Hey,
somebody on the side.
you
I
said
got him. I got you, 12.
you said you expected this section to go a little well. So I started with the good. Now let's get to the bad. Or
No,
not the
bro.
bad, but the mid, the mid.
Okay.
There is room for improvement. There
Oh
is room
yeah, for
for
sure, for sure.
sure. So I don't want to say bad. I want to say improvement. I think, like I said, this was a good game. This is a good start. But I do think, in order for him to really solidify this position, he has to continue to improve. Like certain reads, certain passes, just a little bit off. But I think it's going to come with more repetition. That's all I will say.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. All right, man. This is the topic that y'all really want to get to, bro. The Texans defense dominated the Bills offense on Thursday Night Football. They sacked Josh Allen 8 times. I think that is the most times he's ever been sacked in his career, man. How do our resident Texans fans feel about that W from Thursday night?
Man, I think that's the one thing me and Bryce can agree on. We just I'm happy, man. This defense, bro, has been insane, bro. We ain't had a defense like this since JJ Watt and them boys, man. So I'm happy to see it. It just come full circle, bro. We got some real dogs on that side, man. Kalen Bullock with 2 interceptions, Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter, getting to Josh Allen like that, man. It just they swarm. D'Amico, he definitely brought that mentality there, and I'm just so happy to see it, bro. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest. I did not think the Texans would win the game just simply off the fact that Davis Mills was the quarterback and we're going against a premier quarterback. And, Braxton's favorite quarterback in Josh Allen. So I was just surprised at how they came out. On offense didn't look great, but the defense just made it look so. They put him in position to win basically, and they gave him more opportunities for Davis, and we needed that without CJ. So um, they definitely shocked me, but I'm just so happy to see it, man. And we got to keep stacking wins, bro, and get in the playoffs. And once we get in the playoffs, anything can happen.
Hey man, the motto is Texans swarm. But it was a whole lot of swarm in that thing, man. They was swarming Josh Allen. Like every time he looked up, like they was just on him. And I felt bad for him. That's my boy. Like I like Josh Allen, but I mean, I didn't feel bad from a Texans fan perspective, but as a Josh Allen fan, like he was just getting whooped, man. I feel like he just had to be looking at that offensive line and just like, dang, like y'all ain't giving me no help tonight. But as far as the Texans, they did what they needed to do. They went 3-0 in this stretch, held it down while CJ was gone. Shout out to Davis Mills doing enough. He didn't do a lot, but he did enough. And that defense, man, generational defense, probably one of the top two, if not two, defenses we've seen in the last 10 years, 15 years. So shout out to them, man. Their numbers is up. And hey, man, I'm just so happy to be a Texans fan today, man. I couldn't believe that I could believe they was gonna win the game, but there was somebody in here who kept saying that we wasn't gonna win that game. Who was that person, John?
I already came out and said that, bro. And then I said reverse psychology. Come on, bro. It's a tactic. I do this every week.
Nah. That's always what you say when you turn out to be wrong. Reverse
Nah,
psychology.
bro, never that. I take
You,
accountability, bro.
no, you don't. No, you
I'm all
don't.
for
No, you
accountability
don't.
now.
Bro. No,
And
you
the
don't.
Texans have more this season. They have more interceptions than they have allowed touchdowns.
Yeah, it is.
Crazy.
Um, but yeah, Eddie didn't believe that they were gonna win. He said that before the game even came out. But man, I was very impressed by the Texans. I didn't. I honestly, as a non-Texans fan, I didn't think that they were gonna win. I didn't think Davis Mills was gonna play as well as he did on Thursday night, and he's been playing well since CJ's been out. I know they said he's had more. He's played more in the NFL than he had in college because he didn't because of COVID. And so just for him to be able to go out there and just the way he's developed as a serious backup in the league, I think that y'all have something good on your hands. But as far as this Texans team, bro, I mean, I honestly feel like, bro, if y'all get a lead, it's gonna be hard to stop y'all because this defense, man, is very few and far between the amount of touchdowns that they give up, and they just play like their hair's on fire at all times. Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter, man, they've been getting after it. I think Will Anderson had 2.5 sacks, Daniil Hunter had 2 sacks. So like that combination right there has been very rewarding for Texans fans as a whole. And as far as the Bills, man, I don't know where they go from here. Their defense is has to get better. They can't stop the run for the majority because Ed Oliver's been out and they really found no way to replace him. And then Josh Allen in that offense, in order for them to win, they're gonna have to go up against defenses like the Texans, and they're gonna have to find ways to counter what these defenses are doing to them and put up points if they want to win a Super Bowl. But honestly, I feel like the Texans, if they make it to the playoffs, bro, that's a team that nobody in the AFC is gonna want to see just because of their defense alone. It's gonna be real tough for teams to play that in the playoffs for sure.
Yeah, I got two things that I want to say real quick. First, I want to give a shout out. I mean, everybody likes to say like Texans defense, but I want to give a specific shout out to Kalen Bullock. He made two big plays, well, actually three. He had two picks, and then the forced fumble that he had. He's like the underrated player on this defense. I feel like he makes a lot of big plays, and Sting and Lassiter and Will and Daniil get like a lot of the praise and credit. But I want to give him a lot of credit today because he really did his thing.
Yeah. But man, we're gonna take a quick break, man. When we come back, we're gonna talk about LeBron's return to the court, how he's been messing with the Lakers. We're gonna also talk about the Pistons 13-game winning streak, man, that they've been on. And then we're gonna transition to the Black Spotlight. You don't want to miss it. Welcome to the world of sports, baby. We here.
All right, y'all. y'all. Welcome back to the Welcome to the World of Sports podcast. You know, my two co-hosts, man, they love to freaking talk about this topic right here, man. We say anything about LeBron, they ready to go. So let's talk about LeBron, man. LeBron is back, and the offense has looked, pretty good. How y'all feel about the offense and everything, and how y'all feel about his full return on the court?
Um, I feel like, it's been good for Brian, man. I think that he's meshed. It's kind of been a little up and down though, because I seen the other night when we was playing the Jazz, they went out. I think they was up 6. Then they put Rui in the game. They went up 12, and they put Brian back in the game, and they the lead pumped to like 4. So I seen that on Twitter, and they were saying like his plus and minus, he was like minus 20 something from the floor, but. With LeBron, he's always going to be an additive to the team, just because of his IQ, the way he played, in his first game back, when he had 11 points and 11 assists or something like that. And
Whoever
so, like,
six.
12 assists. Okay, so just his passing acumen is gonna always, even though when he ain't scoring, his passing acumen is always gonna take him to take the team to new heights because it's another passer other than Luca that can get guys open because he attracts so much attention. And I really think that Luca taking some of the scoring load off of him is gonna keep him fresh as we go further in the season because he doesn't have to do too much. So. I think that is going well for the Lakers, man. I'm excited to see where we go from here.
Yeah, man, I couldn't agree with you more. His only games has been versus the Jazz too, so I think they're just trying to ease him back into it. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nervous because I didn't know how many minutes he was gonna play and like how they was gonna just put him back in there. I mean, I know LeBron gonna figure it out, but I was worried just from the aspect of like the media. Like if LeBron came out there and they lost, I know they would just go flip it on Bron and be like, Bron's the reason they losing and they trying to force it back in. I just know it. So just for them to get that win and just the offense to look continue to look good and Austin Reeves to keep it going and Luca doing this thing. The team, as a whole is in a good place and they give me the same vibes as the 2020 team. With the bubble, when they went to the bubble and they won that ring, man, they give me the same type of vibe. So I'm feeling very good about this team. And my thing is LeBron, he's like saving himself for the playoffs. So I feel like this is a good time for him. It's not load management. It's just a lighter load for him. Because we got some guys that's doing load management on purpose in LA and they ain't looking too good over there. But with LeBron, yeah, I'm just happy to see because he's 40, finna be 41, so he don't need to go out there and score 30 every night. So it could be nice when he score, have his game 30, like 5 threes. But I like to see him like on a consistent basis, like 17, 8, and 5. That's cool with me until we get to the playoffs and he ramp it up and do his thing. So as long as he on that pace, I'm happy.
That's interesting what you said there. You said it's not load management, it's just a lot of load. Hmm? What you
I did
talking
not say that. I did not
That's what
say
you
that.
said, bro.
I did not say that, brother.
I'm
What you
glad you
said?
did, bro. You did. You did.
I said it's a lot of load management, but it's a lot of load in LA.
I
Oh,
don't know,
In
man.
LA, that's what I said.
I
Y'all got
don't know,
you
man.
didn't make it
open
so
them ears
bad.
up, man. I don't know where y'all minds at today, brother.
I don't know, man.
Hey, on that topic, I feel like I'm happy. I'm just happy to have LeBron back. Whatever he give us, I'm happy for. I will say this, man. I almost cried during that Utah game because
You
Austin
love
Reeves.
him.
No, I don't really like him that well, but he threw a lob to LeBron, and in years past, he probably would have found a way to, dunk that ball. But
Hey,
That
man.
was a
years
bad
He
pass, bro.
almost
Stop
fit it,
it.
bro. He almost fit it, bro. What you want him to do?
That was a
it was
bad pass too. Stop it, bro.
how many times we gonna say bad pass, man? Like, I
Bro, it
mean,
was a bad pass. What you mean? Come on, bro. Stop
LeBron,
that.
LeBron, I know and love, he would have found a way to finish that. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about this though. Cade and them boys in Detroit, they are on fire. 13 straight, 13 game winning streak. What do y'all think about that?
As y'all know, Cade is one of my guys, and I'm very high on Cade. Been high on Cade since high school. So this not a surprise to me. I just know once they was healthy, and once he was healthy, this was the type of team they can be. And it's just it's happy. I'm happy to see what they doing as a group. Like you got, my boy Twin. You got Duran over there. You got good role players over there that can just. They don't need to be a superstar team. They got the right group of people, and just play. They playing off each other. They K leading them. and they just following the lead. So I just feel like if they keep this up, I'm not saying the streak because apparently they're gonna have to lose at some point. But them in the playoffs, I definitely have them as a favorite. I got them going to the finals. Me personally, I got them coming out the East against one of them LA teams or Denver. So I'm happy to see. I'm not surprised at all. Cade might be all pro this year. Definitely all star. I just want to just see him, just he taking the next step. So I just want to see him be consistent with it. So yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, Cade is taking the next step, except for that night, when he didn't shoot the ball particularly well. Particularly well. That's the only thing. But man, look, I'm with you, bro. I'm excited to see what the Pistons have done. It was just a couple years ago, where they were on this bad, terrible losing streak, and people thought that they weren't gonna never get back to winning basketball, and now they're going on this winning streak, and it's just amazing to see. Cade has been hooping. Durham has stepped his game up. I think that he could be a true candidate for most improved player this year because he been hooping, bro. He really been hooping. But yeah, man. Overall, just excited to see what they do. They're a young team. I wouldn't go as far as putting them in the finals just yet because you still got the Knicks there. Milwaukee can be kind of a force when Giannis is healthy. You can't never really count them out. So. Yeah, man. I'm excited to see what the Pistons do for sure.
Yeah, John, I agree with you. I agree with both of y'all. I definitely agree with that take on Jalen Duren because I mean he's putting the ball on the floor now and scoring. Like that's something that he hadn't been doing in years past. So I'm happy for him. And I ain't gonna lie, like at first I wasn't really like a Cade Cunningham believer. I mean maybe some of that had to do with him being number one and Jalen Green being number two, and him Jalen Green being a Rocket, but. I mean, I feel like he's definitely developing and growing his game, and I could definitely see him. I don't think he has like the likability to be like a top guy, face of the league type stuff, but I do think he could be a good player and like somebody who could lead a team somewhere. Me personally, but
Why
still,
why why you don't think he can be a face of the league?
I just don't think he has the personality for it or the it factor. I think like and then not even that, just the market, Detroit. Like, I mean,
The
it's just
bad boy Pistons?
yeah, but they was as a team like playing well and like just that mentality as a team was carrying them. Like I watched the interview with Cade and Kevin Durant. Like it was just
Yeah.
very, he was just very chill. And I think for you to be chill like that, you got to be like KD, somebody who's like something you never seen before. But
All right, time to move on to the next part of the show.
yeah,
All right, y'all. Time for the best part of the show with the black spotlight. I'll begin for my black spotlight. We got a lot of chatter, that across the league, and they think it's gonna be who it's not finna be. Because my black spotlight today is Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. has been in the media a lot, for good and bad reasons. He is hooping. He's averaging 25. He's scoring the ball at a high clip, and he's even passing the ball now. He got 3 assists this season. But in the media part, he's saying a lot of things that I don't necessarily disagree with. But the Nets came out and said they just want to have more control over that, and just be more quiet about it. This kind of things that he's saying on the podcast, which he is not lying about though. He has some great takes, and I can't be mad at him for feeling that way. But my black spotlight today is Michael Porter Jr. Shout out to bro.
Yeah, man, I did see that where the Nets came out and told him to like tone it down just a little bit on these podcasts that he's been going on because he been saying some things, some controversial things that everybody might not agree with. So I did see that, but man, this week my black spotlight goes to none other than the two pass rushers I talked about from the Houston Texans, Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson. Man, those guys, they just been getting after it. They've been putting a lot of pressure on these quarterbacks. They've been really, when you have a great pass rush, everything else in your defense kind of falls in line, and that's evident as to what we've been seeing from them. So that's my black. That go to my black spotlight, man. Alabama edge rush and the LSU edge rush. Who would have thought, that they come together on one team and make things work. So, but shout out to them boys, man. They've really been balling this season for sure.
yeah, man, those my boys right there. Love that. I'm moving on to mine. Y'all not gonna like this one. I know y'all not gonna like this one, but my black spotlight this week is Dylan Brooks. Now, you might ask, why is Dylan Brooks? It's just he get on everybody's nerves. What does he do? Well, I'll tell you what he does. He goes to Memphis. He creates a culture there, a culture that is quite missed there with him being gone. I think a lot of that has changed. Then he goes to Houston. Those guys start playing well. And the culture there raises. Maybe it's Dylan Brooks or not. Then he goes to Phoenix. Those guys playing together too, playing good. What's the factor in that? I see it's Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks keeps finding a way to make these teams build camaraderie and play well. And I think personally, not only that, he's been balling too. Last night he had 29 points on 50% shooting, like 11 for 22. Solid numbers, not even Cade numbers, So I mean, it's just I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him still finding a lane despite these teams feeling like they could keep moving on from him and still keeping a piece of him.
It's a
So
reason. It's a reason why teams keep moving on from him. He's a clown. But shout out to Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter. And shout out Cade Cunningham and Michael Porter Jr. I don't know why Cade got a slight at that. He's way better than Dylan Brooks will ever be in his life. Shout out to y'all Black Spotlights, man. Dylan Brooks is
hey,
a
you
clown,
left
buddy.
one out. You left one out. Shout out to Dylan.
Thank y'all for watching, man. We thank y'all for y'all support. As John say every week, man, we just want y'all to continue to spread the word, spread the podcast out, give it to your homeboy, your girl, man, your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your granny, your auntie,
Everybody.
your neighbor, anybody, man. We just want to, keep spreading it out so we can get more of this welcome to the world sports knowledge out, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for coming every week, tuning in with us, chopping it up with us, keeping us here, keeping it locked like John like to say. So yeah, man, we happy to have y'all and we go keep being consistent for y'all.
Yes, sir. I got nothing left to say other than happy Thanksgiving to all our viewers out there. Hope that y'all have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy the time with your family. And Bryce ain't got nothing to say. Until next time, man, we out. Appreciate y'all.